Arian, can you give us
Good morning, man. How you doing?
Can we get an update on you?
How are you doing?
I'm doing great.
All right, cool.
So how are you? Give us an update.
I'm well,
progress,
thank you.
the progress you made, Arian.
Give you an update on the progress I made. Made a lot of progress in the rehab of my injury. We're excited about that.
No timetable or anything, just.
Yeah, there's a timetable, but I'm not gonna tell you that. You know that.
Well, at least you have one.
Yeah, man. I gotta have a timetable.
And in terms of how you're feeling and things you're able to do now, how happy are you that you kind of made that quick progress and gotten to this point? And are you even surprised that you've gotten back as quickly as you have?
I mean, I'm not happy because I'd rather be out there with my, my teammates. But life happens, and you gotta roll with it. And so, as far as being where I'm at this point, we're ahead of schedule, and the doctors are pleased with it. So the trainers, so just keep on working.
How do you see Blue and Polk and all those other guys pick up the slack while you're gone?
I mean, that's what they get paid to do, and I feel like they're going to do a good job. They got some of the best coaches in the league, and they're highly capable. And so we're all professional athletes, so we don't feel like they're going to miss a beat. So.
Arian, Chris Pope, go ahead, John. I'll go ahead. Chris Pope talked about how amazing he is, how hard you work. You talked about he watches you eat, and you don't ever eat anything like outside the box. Stay away from sweets. He might eat a quesadilla, and he sees you get tuna and salad. What does that mean to you that your teammates watch what you do and they're seeing how you do it, and it impacts them?
I think anytime that you are kind of an established player in this league, eyes are on you, whether it be on the field or off the field, and it's always a good sign that your teammates see you doing things that are positive, and as well for yourself and for the team. Like, so taking care of yourself is also taking care of the team, and I think once you develop that mindset, it'll change the game because it did the mind. So it's cool that he sees that, and he has a bright future in this league.
Which do you think what you do in terms of what you're eating, how hard you're working, has impacted your being able to make a quicker recovery from this surgery than maybe others might be able to?
Oh, it's directly correlated, like what you put into your body and how you work throughout the off season. Your muscles have muscle memory and they remember where they were, so it gets them back quicker to where. Whereas if you were kind of just lazy, like coming back from an injury, it'd be a little harder. So I put my heart into what I do, day in and day out. So I kind of expected it.
And you said you were in the best shape of your life headed in. Psychologically, did it take you a while after the injury, after the disappointment of the injury, to get back on the grind to try to get back to that shape?
No, I didn't really lose the shape. It was I had a tube coming out of my stomach, so I couldn't do anything for like a week and a half, 2 weeks, and so it was just your muscles tend to that kind of atrophy, and like I said, you have muscle memory. Like if you want to get back to where you were, you can, and pretty rapidly if you work hard on it. So I mean, and the mindset is the mindset. Like I set my mindset for this, what I'm doing since I was 7 years old, and it won't change until I hang my cleats up, and it's going to be like that until they kick me out of here. They kick me out of the league, and that's just, I love what I do, and I'm going to continue to do it.
When you're an elite athlete, just being able to have your body do what you want it to do, and you have that situation that you come out here saying you can't do it, what is that like?
I think at first it gets frustrating. It gets frustrating because you see, the evil thoughts start creeping in. Like you start thinking, well, no, I know guys don't work as hard as me. Why do I have to deal with this? And then you start feeling sorry for yourself. But that kind of goes, for me, that kind of goes away after the first couple hours. Like the first couple hours, I get very angry, and that's growth. That used to stay with me for a long time. But now as I'm growing, it kind of goes away. And then the thoughts start. For me, it's all about perspective. Like look what I'm doing, look where I'm at, look what I've done in my life, and look at other situations around the world. Like, and I hate to make it that deep, but that's how I rationalize it in my head. And it's really not that bad. Like, it's an injury, but you're still doing what you love to do. And it's about the journey, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's fun to be an accomplished athlete. It's fun to be all of this and all of that. You have all the money you want. You have all the everything that you want. But at the end of the day, what got me here was the fun part. And what's going to get me to where I'm going to go when I'm 40 years old is the fun part. So enjoying every single day and being, like, having that presence of mind. That's what you hang your head on, is being present.
You talk about perspective, that you started the foundation recently. What is that? Who does that benefit and how did you come about?
Yeah, I've been doing philanthropy, like, really around the world since I've gotten in the NFL. I have a buddy, one of my best friends, he's from Uganda, and we do a lot of work over there. You know, from my city where I'm from, Albuquerque, New Mexico, my hometown, San Diego, and here a lot. But I do it a lot under the radar because, you know, I used to think that if there's cameras there, it's really ingenuine, and so I used to not allow cameras in any of my philanthropic endeavors. But, you know, being around a lot of people who are in that field, kind of bringing you guys to events like that, it helps open up a broader, you know, demographic. It helps bring everybody in and out. It also helps people fund it that want to be a part of it. So I think that's why we are opening up and finally saying, okay, we can have other people involved in this. And what it's basically for, I'm passionate about a few things. I'm passionate about childhood obesity because, you know, we have so many kids that are, it's really an epidemic, that are overweight, and we can help out a lot if we just educate the masses on nutrition. Financial literacy, I'm big on that. I feel like, especially in our inner city communities, there's a lot of ignorance, not with a negative connotation, but just a lack of knowledge about finance and how to manage money and what to do with money and how to think about money. And finally, just helping, you know, impoverished areas around inner cities, in Houston, where I'm from, just really all around the country. We're trying to impact as much as we can. And then, so this foundation that we're starting, it's been in the works for years. We've been doing work, but now we're just kind of opening it up to, like, public, you know, public domain, so that people that want to come step forward and help, you know, you're more than welcome, and we love to help.
You had a, I think it was on Instagram or Twitter flyer. You've got your teammates involved.
Yeah.
Serving?
Yeah, it's gonna be at Morton Steakhouse, and we're serving. We'll be the servers. They'll order the food, and we'll come and serve them. And it's all charity. Every penny's gonna go to, you know, our foundation. Like, I'm gonna give. This is not that kind of party. Like, every penny's gonna go towards the donations. And all of my teammates are gonna come out and help serve, and it's gonna be a fun time.
So you're inviting us to lunch?
Yeah, man, it's gonna be free.
Arian, you said that the fun parts keep you coming back. What are the fun parts to you? Is the work fun? Is the running fun? Is it being with your teammates that's fun?
No, the work is not fun and the running is not fun. Dead honest. But the thing is, it's like, it's a sacrifice. So, like, when, you know, when I was a child and you grow up and you want to become something, I was taught young that in order to get something, you have to give something, and that's the sacrifice. And so you kind of learn to love that grind. You kind of learn to love that struggle. I mean, I grew up in kind of rough circumstances, so you kind of, when you come up out of that, you learn to love where you came from and love those circumstances because they mold you and they make you. You know, what do they say? That, you know, you can't tell if you're a good captain of the ship on clear waters. It's the same thing in life. Like, so you are who you are, you know, at your lowest moment. And, like, I know who I am at my lowest moment, and that's the fun part. Is you know, time in and time out, I've come through a lot of hardships and bad things have happened, but it's who you are when you come up out of that.
I know you won't give us a time frame for when you will come back, but can you tell us a little bit more about how you're feeling, kind of like how close you are to being the Arian that can play?
That's pretty much asking me when
Can you tell us a little bit more without giving us a time?
I can't.
How are, like, more about, you haven't really talked, you said you're making progress, but you haven't told us exactly how you're feeling and.
I'm gonna try to answer your question. I am making progress. So like day by day, it gets better and better and better. And my feeling wonderful throughout the process.
Arian,
You know, I mean,
Arian, you said-
everyone wants to know when you can play, and by just, like, I know you can't get a time frame, but just saying progress, it doesn't really tell us how you are. Like,
No, progress is not till you hide.
right,
Yeah.
so that's. Yeah, but you still want to tell me?
No.
How about this?
I got orders, man.
What do you need, what would you need to feel in order to know you can get back out there and play?
I need to feel like I'm 100%. As close to 100% as I can. I'll take that back. I don't feel like I've ever played a game in the NFL 100%. Like, to be honest, like this is such a physical sport. Like it's just hard to be 100%. So, but when you're dealing with something like muscle injuries, they tend to reoccur if you're not careful, and so it's not something you can push through. Like I played entire seasons with torn meniscus. I played entire seasons with broken collarbone. I played entire seasons with, there's things that you can push through, but like muscle injuries, there's nothing you can do because it literally hinders the movement. So like as soon as I feel like the movement isn't hindered and I'm not going to re-injure it, like I'll be out there.
Arian, we've often heard
Take like
guys
two
come
more.
back from severe injuries, what have you. You're a person, stronger mentally, better athlete. You've had some great years. Do you think you can be even better than you've been after what you've been through?
Yeah, I think this is going to be my best year, and I still feel like it will be. It's going to be tough because I have some ground to make up, but you know I was feeling the best, feeling the quickest that I felt, and you know you can judge for yourself.
Arian, when you mentioned a while ago emerging from tough times, like who you are. Who are you now?
Who am I now?
Because you've gone through some tough times.
Yeah. I've grown so much, man. It's been a fun ride, man. So just looking back to like who I was when I first walked into the NFL, like who I am now, it's been such a growth process. You learn a lot about yourself, and just like I said, you know, one thing I've learned about myself is, you know, I might not be the most perfect person walking the planet Earth, but I know everything that I do, I try to do it with a genuine intent, and you know, I fall short of a lot of expectations, and that's just part of life. You know, I'm still young, still in my 20s. So, but as of right now, man, you know, I've been through some of the most tough times personally this last year, but emotionally, I'm probably the happiest I've ever been in my life, and that's through also work. I thought I was too cool to get counseling. I thought I was above that. You know, I feel like a lot of guys feel like that too. And the only reason why I'm talking about it now is because I know a lot of people out there feel like I used to feel. Like, you know, if you maintain a certain status that you're above certain things, like getting help, like emotionally, like it's a part of all of our growth. And once I started working on myself and self-reflection and digging into things in my past that were causing me to do things that were self-destructive. Like I learned why I was doing some of the things I was doing. And once you like be honest with yourself and open up to people that you love, it's a freedom that you can't buy. And that's where I'm at right now.
What motivated you to do what you just said, Gary? Find that help or whatever. Why did you think you needed to do that?
I don't know, you get to a point where you just break down emotionally. Like there's a lot you take on a lot, especially when you're in a position like a lot of my colleagues in the NFL. When you're the breadwinner in your family and you're the man of the house and you're this and your father and you're this and your best friend and everybody's just looking to you for everything, and that's a lot of pressure on a kid really in his 20s. And at the end of the day, that's what we are. When you're in the prime of your life physically, but like you're in the adolescence of your life mentally, and like a lot of people, like it's hard for people to grasp that concept. And once you're honest with yourself about that, like you can begin that growth process, and that's what I do.
How difficult, Arian, will it be? How difficult will it be for you, Arian, to be patient, because you want to be out there, and you said you want to be as close to 100% as possible,
Yeah.
to be patient and not get out there too quick, or is that something you've come to terms with already?
Nah, this is my first injury, and if you're in the NFL, you're gonna get injured. It's just part of it, and so you have to just take it day by day. I'm not in a rush to get back. I would love to get back as soon as possible. I would love to play in this game, but it wouldn't help me or my team. So once I feel like I can help my team, like I know I can, I'll be out there.
This offseason, did the
Yeah, yeah.
Thank you.
All right, all right.